Assalamu alaikum. Bonjour, Turban. Forgive me. I can't speak Arabic, unfortunately. I'm embarrassed. I can't speak French. Forgive me again. But I'm bringing a message from Jews true to the religion from around the world, from occupied Palestine, from around the world, a message from the heart. And even though I don't speak properly the language that I should be speaking here, French or Arabic, in respect for the Palestinian people, but we have a message from the heart that we can all speak together, and that is we are crying, we are hurting with the people of Palestine, of Gaza. My brothers and sisters from the Jewish faith, true to the Judaism, in occupied Palestine, beg me to give over this message. Kalbi ma Palestine! Kalbi ma Gaza! Judaism is a religion of 3,000 years to be subservient to the Almighty. Zionism and their state of Israel is 100-odd years of transformation to a base, selfish nationalism. They are co-opting and trying to steal my religion of Judaism. They can't steal the religion, but they are stealing the minds of leaders around the world, and unfortunately creating and perpetrating a Nakba, a colossal, terrible mass murder for over 75 years. We dare not be silent. We dare not be intimidated. It is not anti-Semitic to speak up against this crime, this colossal crime. It is criminal. It is anti-Semitic to support the occupation. How did we live, Jews and Muslims, in the Arab and Muslim lands for hundreds of years? How did we live? We lived in harmony. We babysat each other's children. We supported and helped each other, although we have a distinctly different religion. Was the religion an impediment to peace? Absolutely no. No. What changed? The introduction of this selfish movement called Zionism, a base nationalist occupation. That is where the blood started of, unfortunately, the Palestinian people, but also Jews. How much Jewish blood is spilled because they want their national home. Let them not fool you. They turn to October 7th. They want you to ignore that it's 75 years and more since the Balfour Declaration, that people are dying. There's rivers and oceans of blood, all because a few individuals want to have their national home, ignoring the will of the inhabitants of that land. How dare they? They have no right to steal our name. Again, 1947, the chief rabbi of Palestine. Now, I'm not talking about the Zionists who uses the Star of David, the name Israel. They make a rabbinate and a chief rabbi. That's all farce, window dressing. But the rabbis of the Jewish community that was living for hundreds of years together in the same courtyards with their Muslim brothers. Their leader was Rabbi Dushinsky of blessed memory. And in the United Nations documents, you can see it's there. He pleaded with the delegation of the United Nations in July 16, 1947. He said, I'm quoting, "We furthermore wish to express our definite opposition to a Jewish state in any part of Palestine. And we as Jews, true to the Torah, who obey kill, do not steal. Zionism is nationalism, ready to sacrifice on the altar of their goal of having a land, the lives of the Muslims and Jews also who stand in their way. We will not be silent. We will not give up our name. We will not occupy. In fact, for 2,000 years, Jews know the stringent rule of the Almighty that we're forbidden to have 1 inch of Jewish sovereignty. We wait for the time when the Almighty will reveal His glory throughout the world, where all humanity will serve Him in harmony. Just no reason for any type of controversy or rift. That is why the Muslims embraced us for hundreds of years, because we're never a threat. We don't say you should become Jewish. We'll never have a state of Israel. We will have people serving God in harmony at the end of time. That is never a threat. That was never a threat for the Muslims. A threat to the Muslims is these heretics who scorn that there's a God and insist on stealing the land from the Muslims, stealing the land from the people of Palestine against the voices of the true voices of Judaism. They are the criminals. They are the anti-Semites. They are the cause of rivers of blood, of hate, of a rift, of an ongoing exacerbation of anti-Semitism. We cannot be silent. The world, hear you leaders in Canada, the leaders in the United States, they are intimidated, they are silenced, they are afraid of being labeled anti-Semitic, and therefore they are supporting the inhumane crime of what they're doing to the people of Gaza. They are dehumanizing the people of Gaza. They are claiming that they hate Jews. How dare they say they hate Jews when we found a safe haven amongst the people of Palestine, amongst the Muslim nations for such a long time. How dare the Zionists may create a narrative of hate, of falsehood, of vilifying the victims. We will not be silent. We will cry. We will hurt together with the people of Gaza until the day when the Almighty, with His compassion, will bring a speedy, God help, peaceful end to this terrible bloodshed, to the end of the occupation not only of Gaza, but of Palestine in its entirety, because Judaism is subservience to God. Judaism is not occupation. Anti-Semitism is occupation. Anti-Semitism personified. Anti-Semitism is the Zionist state of Israel. That is anti-Semitism. They try to steal the name Israel. They steal the Star of David. They steal chief rabbis, but they're nothing. It's a farce. It's window dressing. We will not be silent, and we will see. We are sure with God's compassion, we will see soon, inshallah, a free Palestine, a free Gaza. Till that day comes, dare not be silent. We must speak. We must pressure. We must force, just like by the apartheid. It went on for years, and it was the grassroots that eventually made the politicians uncomfortable. And although in the United Nations, the South Africa was an esteemed, respected state, and Nelson Mandela was in prison, a terrorist, for 27 years, but it was the grassroots who finally turned it over on its head. We will turn it on its head. We will turn it on its head. Do not be intimidated. Don't become silent. Do not become the voice of the many people around the world who are, I don't want to say lazy, but they're cold. They're freezing in the winter, so they don't get up. When you think you're cold, remember what the children of Gaza are lying in the streets, suffering from wounds, from hunger. They can't sleep because their stomachs are gnawing from hunger. There's no water, there's no food. Let's all speak up and do what God wants of us till the day God will bring